Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got another cool project to share with you guys. So let me flip this camera around so you can check it out. All right guys, so what you're looking at right here is the WeCreat 20 watt fully enclosed laser. And this thing is packed with features. You guys can see over here, I've been using this for the last 3 weeks. And this is by far my favorite laser that's in the shop. I went ahead and actually threw the X tool over there on that table. I probably won't be using that now that I have this. And once I break down everything this thing does, you guys will probably agree with me that this thing's pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. As you guys can see, this is fully enclosed. No assembly required on this compared to the frame style engravers like that X tool over there. This is pretty much exactly how it's going to come. You take it out of the box. There's a few things that you're going to have to hook up on the back, but they're plug and play. Your power cord, your USB cord, your air pump, everything's plug and play. And another huge plus with this is it has an exhaust system. So as you guys can see, here's the hose, and I just run this right out my door. I clamp it right outside my door, and that's how I exhaust all the fumes from this fully enclosed WeCreat. Pretty sweet setup. You guys can see right on the top there, it's got the protective colored glass on there, so you can actually watch your project as it's engraving or cutting. Go ahead and open this up. And also, so you guys know, this does have a safety system. So as soon as you open that lid, if it's engraving or cutting, it's going to pause everything. So another great feature, especially if you got kids or something, they go ahead and open this up. Right here in the middle is the camera. This has a built-in camera, which just makes doing projects on this thing so much easier and user-friendly. It's got a couple LED strips here. So when I close this, you'll see it turn on. So you guys just seen that light turn on and then it turns off. So pretty cool setup. There is the 20 watt laser right over there. If you guys do end up picking this up with the rotary tool like I did, rotary tool is really easy. You just install it right there. 2 screws and then you plug it in. Literally takes you a couple minutes to do, not hard at all. Another key feature about this WeCreat is it has autofocus. So as you guys can see, this section right here of the engraver actually moves up and down and it autofocuses. Just a button you click on the program when you're using your laptop or computer or even your app, because this does work with your app on your phone. This will, one click, autofocus, just raises up and lowers, so takes all the guesswork out of it. You don't have to do anything extra. Just like you guys know, like with these, you got this kick down leg right here, and this leg is what actually focuses your laser. None of that. This automatically does it all by itself. So top features for me, autofocus. It's got that camera built in, and I love the exhaust system and being fully enclosed with the exhaust system. I can run this right out the door. With that setup there, I had to open up the door. I had a fan setting up there, and I was blowing it out of the garage door. So this thing is just super nice. As you guys can see, I've got a lot of projects that I did with this WeCreat, and it's just because it was super easy to do and fun. Really enjoyed using this machine over the last month. So let me show you some of the things I've done. I've used multiple different material on this, so wood, metal, acrylic, slate, tile. I even did glass and mirrors, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. But right here you have 3mm acrylic. I did a design here. It's got the Impala on the bottom and it's in the shape of a car. Pretty cool. Here is slate I engraved. Came out really nice. There's some tile. There's a cork coaster. I even did cardstock here. Just did a little stencil for my wife. It even has projects like this phone holder right here that you pop together. Has all these cool programs built into the software that you can do on this WeCreat. Here is a photo frame. I did a little Lions thing because I thought they were going to go to the Super Bowl. Fortunately, they didn't. Here's a nice little cutout. Here's a vector picture of a snake on a tree branch. That thing looks sweet. We got a little Christmas ornament here that I did. Another frame, picture frame there that's built into their software that you can download and do. Here is an AI picture I pulled up, and I'll show you guys how to do that. It's a pretty cool little feature. Pretty much you just type in the description of what kind of picture you want, and it pulls it up. So right here, I just put deer in woods. So, and that's the picture that popped up. I liked it, and I went ahead and engraved it on a piece of wood. Here's another little project that they had. Got a little Halloween bat there, which is pretty cool. I did a metal dog tag. Here's some leather adhesive iron-on patches for like hats. I did a couple different versions of it here. It turned out real nice. Here's another project I did. This was built into their software also. Went ahead and cut out this Faith Can Move Mountains. Pretty cool. And then you just glue it to the wood here. This isn't glued in just yet. But tons of different projects like this in their library that you can pick and choose from. Up here I went ahead and did a candle jar. It's just actually a little storage jar, but we use these for candles. And then I went ahead and engraved on a couple different settings. Live, love, laugh, just to see what I like the best, which setting worked the best for these. And then you can save that setting into the program, which is nice. So if you want to go back, do the project all over again, you can save that setting. All right, guys, so I wanted to save the mirrors for last. These are a couple projects I did on the WeCreat, and they came out amazing. I seen this project being done on another YouTube channel called Clack Shack. So big shout out to him. Appreciate the video he did because it inspired me to do these two projects here, which came out amazing. Here's my wife's logo I engraved in a mirror, and it actually came out really nice. You can even see all the strands and detail in the logo that's in her hair. You can see her eyelashes. Everything came out amazing. And then once you engrave it, you just throw some paint on the back of the mirror, and that's how you get the color. So after doing her logo, I wanted to go ahead and attempt to do something that I would like to put maybe in the garage. So I went ahead and engraved this Built Not Bought, and then right on the bottom there, I engraved the front end of my 65 Chevy Impala. Both of the mirrors came out really, really nice. Probably go ahead and throw a wooden frame around those so that they even look better. But big shout out to Clack Shack. He's the one that inspired me to do those. So the working area on this is 420 by 290, and they do have these removable grates. So you're gonna want to remove these when you actually use the rotary tool. And then it's cool, it has this dust bin on the bottom. So what I've noticed with this tray that pulls out to be able to throw out everything that gets cut and everything is you gotta lift up the WeCreat, and then you can pull this out. Not a huge problem, but it kind of sits in too far. It does have a handle on here, but it sits in a little bit too far underneath the WeCreat to be able to grab that and pull it out. I wish that handle was a little bit longer. I probably actually can put something on there to extend that handle, but yeah, you just got to lift it up a little bit, which I just found kind of a little weird, and then you can pull out this tray. It's going to have all your little pieces of wood and stuff like that, and you can toss that out. All right, guys, so we're in the WeCreat Make It. So if you guys look up here, WeCreat Make It, that is their editing software. And like I said, they got tons of projects that you can go through, and they're updating this all the time. So when you first log into this, you can, I think it's like a 6-month free thing you can do with them. And then there's going to be some type of membership, I think, after that. But some of this stuff is free, which is pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw a project in here real quick. And I'll show you how easy it is to do this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go up to the corner here and click New Project. And then this is pretty similar to Xtool if you ever used Xtool before. So right in the middle here, it shows what the camera shows. And right now I don't have wood in there or any type of material. So it's just showing the grading. So just to update that picture, you'd hit that refresh button right next to autofocus. So we're going to go right over to the left here, click in the images, vector files, and 200 free projects. So there is a look at the vector files that you can choose from. And they got a bunch there, a bunch of different ones. And some pretty cool, some simple. You just want to do some animals. And they got some other random stuff in there, but So here are the 200 free projects. They got a lot of cool projects here. They got the reindeer there, another phone holder, 2D dragon, and this is where I kind of got a lot of ideas for projects. There's the frame, photo frame right in the middle there, and I did do this and it came out pretty nice. There's a look at the picture. And then they do give you a test project that they do, and then this is a test that they do before they send out the engraver. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and throw some wood into the WeCreat. So pretty easy to do, obviously. Lift the lid, and we'll go ahead and throw this in here. Go ahead and show you guys what I like to do. All right, guys, so this is what it looks like with the board in there. And I like this grate system, the way they got this in here, because you can square this up pretty easy. And we'll just go up here, close the lid. So you guys can see the light turned on. We'll go back to the computer, refresh here. And when I hit refresh, it's going to show a picture of that wood in there. So there is the picture. And then I'll auto fit it. And then you can see your project right on your workspace, which is pretty awesome. That's why I really like this setup, because the camera makes it so easy to finely tune how your project's going to look. All right, guys, so like I said, you got all of the vector images, 200 free projects you can pick from, and a lot of pretty cool projects. But what I want to focus on is right over here is AI. So you click into this, and this is pretty cool. I played with this a little bit. Sometimes it works better than others, but all you do is you go ahead and you put a description in this box up here of your idea of the picture that you want, right? So when I did that deer picture over there, I just put deer in woods. So let's see, I haven't tried this, deer in woods. I think I put in the morning, in the morning. And you just go down here, you hit generate, and you can pick 1 to 3 samples, I think it is. So right now it's generating it. I'll just do the 1. And oh, so there is a totally different image. But look at that. Is that not really cool? I mean, really detailed picture there. I think that looks really sweet. And pretty much you're just limited to your imagination. Now, I have heard that this always doesn't work that great depending on the description you put in here. So this next one, I just put bear in river with fish in mouth. And we'll go ahead, we'll generate 3 pictures here. All right, guys, so this is what it came up with. And there's 3 different types of pictures there. So that's the first one. So yeah, that's a bear in a river with a fish. Not too bad. Here is the second one. So another pretty decent picture there. It's got all the aspects. And then there's the third one. So like I said, I've had good luck with this AI feature. And definitely, like I said, it's just your imagination is the limit. If you're ever thinking of a picture and you can't find it on the internet or something like that, you always can use this AI. All right, guys, so I went ahead and plugged in American flag with eagle, did 3 samples, and that's what it came up with. I'm going to go ahead and pick this one right here, and we're going to do this. So import to canvas. Clear this out here. So we can resize this. Go ahead and resize it. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put it up here. So, and then another cool feature with this is it's got a bunch of different material settings here. So if you look right there, there's material settings. This is basswood, so I'm going to pick that. But there is a bunch of different settings, and then you can add your own settings too. So all preset in here for the power and speed for you to make it a little bit easier, which is really awesome, especially when you're a first timer or you're not sure, you're dealing with the material for the first time. So we got 3mm basswood, but it gets even better than that. We're in engraving right now, so we're going to engrave this. And then if you look down here, it has a diagram that you can pull up. Let me zoom out. So if you look here, it has a diagram you can pull up. And this is all the different settings and potentially what the engraving is going to look like. So you just click on one of these boxes and then it plugs in the speed or the power, which is on the bottom here, depending on which one you pick. So I'm just going to go up here, click 250 for speed, 60 for power. So I'm going to click this and it's going to input it right into the program. So there you go, right there. It inputted it for me. And go ahead. You can do any editing that you want, just like in a normal editing software. But we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to show you. We already got the wood in there. So you come over here and you hit autofocus. And when I hit autofocus, you're going to see the laser is going to move over the area and then it's going to rise up and down. And right now it's autofocusing automatically. It's going to do that. And then once it's got that all set, it goes back to its home spot right there in the corner. And now you can start your project, guys. So go up here, hit start. Now if you do forget to autofocus and you hit start up here in the corner, it's going to tell you, hey edit, you need to autofocus. So that's pretty cool. So we hit start. And then I do have this wired. So you can do this Wi-Fi through an app, or you can also do this, which I like to do it better this way, where it's hardwired right to your engraver. All right, so once you hit start, it's going to give you an estimated time there. So there's the estimated time on the bottom. As you can see, it says 22 minutes. So this is going to be a while. But after that, you hit send. So we're going to send this from the laptop to the engraver. And then after you do that, you just press the button right on the engraver right there. So before we do that, I'm going to run this hose out of my garage here. So I got this set up so that I can run this right out of my door, and then I got a clamp right on the side here. So I just got it ran like that, and then I actually have it just clamped right to my door there, the molding. Now my door's not going to close all the way, but I can close it like that. So, and then come over here, hit the start, and there you go. So another cool thing is, as soon as you hit start, your air assist is going to turn on automatically, and then your exhaust fan turns on automatically. So you don't have to switch any other switches or anything, which is really cool. On my X tool, I actually had to turn on my, and this is it right here, and this has its own switch on it. So every time before I'd start engraving, I had to turn that on separately. But this automatically turns on, which is cool, and then the exhaust turns on automatically. So we're going to go ahead and let this run. And what I'll show you too is, I'll go ahead and lift this up so you guys can see. So as you guys see, it paused it. Great safety feature. I'll go ahead and close this. And then once it's closed, just go ahead, hit this button again, and it continues where it left off. All right guys, so it just finished up. Let's go ahead and take a look. So as you guys can see there, it looks pretty good. But to be honest, I'd like that to be a little bit darker. We can go back over to the computer here, and then we can just rerun this. So like I said, you can play with this a little bit. I'm going to go a little bit darker this time. So we'll go all the way over to 250 at 100%, and we'll see how that turns out. All right guys, so it just turned off. Go ahead and open this up. And like I said, everything's done. Perfect cut. And we'll take a look at this. So there you go. I mean, that is really, really awesome. Really like how that turned out. And like I said, this was just one of those AI pictures that it popped up, you know. Instead of you searching the internet for something that you may like to engrave, that AI feature really, really is surprisingly works well. So like I said, did that one earlier, and we just did this one together. So pretty cool setup. I really like that. All right guys, so real quick, if you do want to use the rotary attachment, you're going to pull out these grates. These grates come out, they just sit in there in some grooves, so we can pull those out. And then when you look over to the left, you're going to see two screws right here and right here, and pretty much that's how you're going to mount your rotary attachment. Super easy. All right guys, so I got you actually inside the machine right now, and like I said, to hook up this rotary tool, it's got a pin right on the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a pin right here, and that pin is going to sit right in the middle. So I'm going to undo these screws, take these screws out. So that's an alignment pin. You're going to go ahead, put that pin right in there, and you're going to screw these screws back in. And they do give you a tool for it, and real simple, easy to do. Literally does not take long at all. You're just going to screw this down on both sides. So there you go, there's one. So put the second one in. And then all you got to do is plug in the rotary attachment. Can't get much simpler than that. So you're going to want to run this cord up underneath, and like in this, there's this little ridge in there. And then you're going to take this other end, and there's a plug right here. You're just going to go ahead, plug this in, and that's it. So that's what it's going to look like once you got it installed. And then they do give you this extra support stand. So if you're doing like long tumblers or something, just go ahead, put that right there, and then it has a height adjustment. So just to be able to stabilize anything you put in there. So along with these step legs that they got to be able to hold your tumbler, mugs, whatever, they also give you these other legs, and then they do give you these also. They give you multiple options to be able to hold a tumbler, a cup, maybe like that one back there, baseball, golf ball, anything that's circular that you might want to engrave. They do give you a tape measure too, because you're going to have to measure the diameter of it, and then they give you a level to make sure that your project is level. All right guys, so there you go, the WeCreat 20-watt laser. This is my favorite laser engraver right now by far. I've used a lot of laser engravers. I've used the X tool, I used the Atom Stack, some Wayne Lux, the Laser Pecker. I've used a lot of laser engravers, and WeCreat did a great job when they designed this laser engraver. I have no complaints. There's nothing I can complain about. I was worried about the software, the editing software, because a lot of times that's the weak link with these laser engravers. But this one, they've been updating it. They got tons of projects that you can do in there. I just have no complaints. This thing is amazing. Let me know what you guys think. I'll make sure I put links in the description box below. They're having a Valentine's Day special, so I'll put links down below. They're doing a huge discount on this WeCreat laser engraver. So if you're interested in this, got any comments or questions, put them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this laser engraver. Hopefully you guys found some value in this video. If you did, smash that like button. If you guys like what I'm doing on my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until the next one, guys, I will talk to you later.